It's a profession you may not have considered, but one that could pay you six figures without a four-year degree.
Yeah, in some markets like Houston, there is a tremendous need for court reporters. This morning, our Rochelle Turner explains everything you need to know about that profession.
Ready? Moved into your college dorm or apartment, it's time to move back out.
This speed test competition, listening keeps you focused, but accuracy wins the game.
Without packing up your entire life being thrown into the mix.
These court reporters are hard at work, writing each word they hear.
First, create an essentials list.
This is a room full of court reporters. They're the folks responsible for recording every spoken word during court proceedings. And they do it lightning fast, using a device called a steno machine.
So if you look at the keyboard, there's consonants and vowels and consonants. And probably 50% of what you say, I'm taking it syllable by syllable.
The role of a court reporter is critical during trials, both criminal and civil.
And
right now, there is a shortage of court reporters nationwide.
That it once did in great abundance.
Although there's no magical number of how many positions that need to be filled, organizations like the National Court Reporters Association want more people involved in the career.
This is what I want to do.
Caroline Coronado is the official court reporter for Judge Michael Engelhardt in the 151st Civil District Court. She's been a court reporter for 26 years.
Because I love the English language and the grammar, punctuation. I was good at that in school, so I enjoyed it. So I said, I love typing. I love a great challenge.
Coronado always knew she wanted to be in the courtroom.
We want to ensure that everyone, all the parties know that we are impartial, and we're here just to do our job. So we're not for one side or the other. We're here to make sure that what happens in the courtroom is going to be documented correctly.
And just because you're trained as a court reporter doesn't mean you have to stay in the courtroom. It's a versatile role that includes being a freelancer. You can also work with people who are hard of hearing or work in the United States Congress. Catherine Thomas is a captioner.
One of my jobs is to go to school with a student that is deaf or hard of hearing, and I'm almost like their personal captioner. I caption the class directly for them so they can participate just as fully as a hearing student.
The opportunities are endless. It typically takes 18 to 24 months to earn a certificate or degree from a court reporter program that can cost between $4,000 and $12,000, depending on the state you work in. On average, court reporters can earn more than $60,000 a year.
The salary is very, very good. I mean, when you compare it to even some of the careers that do require a four-year degree, you're making sometimes, a lot of the time, even more than somebody that does have a four-year degree.
In certain markets, there's not that need, but in other markets, there's a tremendous need. So if you look at federal reporters, state reporters that are working in the state judicial system or the federal judicial system, they are dying for members, and those jobs pay six figures right out of the gate.
So another perk of the job is being able to set your own schedule or even travel for work. But this isn't the only alternative to college. There are other successful career paths that you can explore without earning a bachelor's degree. Take a look. We have real estate agent, carpenters, firefighters, sheet metal workers, electricians, occupational therapy assistants, web developers, air traffic controller. There is just so much, but we had the most incredible time. Me and my photographer, Vladimir Moquette, we went to the National Court Reporters Association. They have an annual convention, and it was in Houston this year. So we saw thousands of court reporters, and we spoke to hundreds of people, so many people, and got to hear their stories. So it's a really neat opportunity if you're just not feeling, if you want to go to school, but if you love writing, if you love listening, this may be the perfect career for you because, there's a need of so many court reporters everywhere, and you can pretty much work when you want, where you want. In other states, it's
And the
really
world's been
cool.
changing so fast. People are looking for new opportunities
Exactly.
and maybe a change. And maybe
It
it's time
is.
for a change.
I always so curious watching them in court when we cover stories in court. There's only a few keys
Right.
and they're
Yeah.
just
It's
so
like,
fast.
How are they getting
so
everything
fast.
in? Yes. And you mentioned what, 6-figure salary to start.
Yes, 6 figures.
Without all the debt that goes along with
Right.
Without
a
all
lot
the
of
debt.
four-year
You-
deals.
You go to one of these court reporting schools where they teach you everything. And there's also, I'm going to link it to the story, but there's also several programs that will let you take home that stenograph, that machine you saw. It's not your typical keyboard. It's really different, but they will let you take that home for free to kind of get a feel to see if this is something that you want to do. So once you learn those different keys, you're set. But it's a very important job because when you are in the courtroom, you know, you want to make sure everything is balanced and that you have everything, you know, on the record. So that's
official
why
record, sure.
they're so needed. So it's really cool. So
Have good listening
Michelle, for coming
skills.
in. This was great.
That's awesome.
yeah, good morning. It was great.
Good morning.
Seeing you guys.
Yeah.
It was great. It was
And
great
you're not
having
done
you.
yet.
Yes.
But
No,
wait, there's more.
Yeah, there's more. I'm going to be on the Plus, and you know, I'm excited. So tune in at 7 and 8 o'clock on KPRC2 Stream, and we're going to talk more about this exciting career that many people just don't know about.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hidden gem. So you know, I'm excited.
Especially here
Certainly
in
learned
Houston.
this morning. That's
Yeah.
great.
Looking forward to it.